everybody, this is Srina. You're watching Rachel's Network. So today in this episode, I'm going to start the series of General Aptitude. Yes, my friends, General Aptitude is very important as it is required in any of the placements, or let it be GATE exam which is going to occur in the next month, or any bank exams, bank PO, bank clerk or RRB exam. So for any exam, General Aptitude is a very important topic that we all need to know. This is a quick revision of General Aptitude in which I'll be telling you different types of questions, the concept if it is clear, the questions are very easy to be done, and we will do it in different parts. So today in this episode, we are going to start time, speed and distance. So before starting, we need to know the concept, how this time, speed and distance came into existence and how these are related to each other. So without wasting any time, let's start learning the concept. So let's start with the concept. So from where did we get this time, speed and distance? Let's first discuss that. So first, see, this is the starting point and here we have a train, and suppose this is a ending point and the train has to move from this part to this part. Currently the train is not moving. This is the train. So what happens is, if the driver is starting the train, so the train has started moving. Now see, the train has reached the ending point. So what has occurred over here? There was a displacement, right? That is, from one position the train has moved to another position. So whenever there is a displacement means a motion. So whenever there is a motion from one place to another place, what all are the things that we have in mathematics is, it takes some time to travel, correct? It has traveled from this position to this position. So there was some time taken to travel from the first initial position to the end position, as well as it traveled with some speed, correct? Some can travel with high speed or greater speed and some can move slowly. So it depends upon the train or the vehicle, whichever is moving, how fast it moves. So time is there for moving from first to the second part, and speed that is covered. Next we have the distance, that is, when traveling from the initial to the end point, there is some distance which has been covered, correct? Therefore we have three units that are there in this, that is speed, distance and time, and we need to know that all these three comes from where? Comes from displacement or motion of an item. Therefore these three are interrelated. So how this is interrelated? Let's see the formula. So the formula of distance, speed and time is very simple. Let's learn that. So the basic formula that we have to remember is speed is equal to distance upon time. So speed is equal to distance upon time. This each one of us has to remember. Then from this we can find the formula of time as well as the formula of distance just by cross multiplying or dividing. Okay. So if we have to find time, therefore how can we write it? That is, time is equal to this time, we will take it over here. Therefore time is equal to, we can write it as distance by speed. This is another formula that we have, that is, from the same formula we have just derived the second formula of time. If we need to find the distance formula, then it is also very simple, that is, we will write it as distance is equivalent to speed into time, that is, we will just cross multiply it, so speed into time. Therefore anything that is, if we need to find the speed, then we can use the first formula, and for finding the time we can use the second formula, and for finding distance we can use the third formula. So this is very simple, just you have to remember the formula. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Now let's see, some conversions are there in these type of questions. So what is the conversion, how to convert, what are the units that need to be converted? Let's do that. So it also has a very simple trick, so let's learn it very quickly. So we have already seen the concept, how this time, speed and distance came into existence, and we have seen the formula that is being used and how they are interrelated and how we can find one formula from the other formula. Okay, so now we will learn unit conversion, that is, in these type of, that is, time, speed and distance questions, we have two types of units, that is kilometers per hour and meters per second. So if in case something is given in meters per second and if you have to convert into kilometer per hour or the vice versa, then how it is done, let's learn it. in the first part. Okay. So if in case something is given to you as kilometers per hour and you need to convert this into meters per second. This is your case 1 of converting kilometers per hour to meters per second, and in the other case it is meters per second to kilometers per hour. So these are the two cases in which we have the vice versa conditions. So whenever we are converting from a bigger unit to the smaller unit, in that case we will multiply it, that is the number, by 5 upon 18. Okay, 5 upon 18, and whenever converting from smaller unit to the bigger unit, we will multiply the given number with 18 upon 5. Okay, so how to remember this is, whenever converting from bigger unit to the smaller unit, that is we are going to the smaller unit. So while going to the smaller unit, we will multiply it with 5 by 18, that is smaller unit. Smaller number will come in the numerator, and whenever we are going from small unit to the bigger unit, so bigger unit, we are going towards the bigger unit, therefore in the numerator we will have the bigger number, that is 18. Just thing you have to remember is, we have two numbers 5 and 18. When we are going to the smaller unit, small number we will write in the numerator 5 upon 18, and when we are going to the bigger unit, that is towards kilometer from meter, we will write the bigger number in the numerator, that is 18 upon 5. I hope this conversion is clear to everyone. So now let's perform some questions on this unit conversion. So let's do two questions just to understand how to convert the units. Okay. So the first question is 72 kilometers per hour has to be converted to meters per second. Because it is getting converted from bigger quantity to the smaller quantity, we will multiply it with 5 by 18. So let's solve it. So 72 into 5 divided by 18. So 18, we know 18 4s are 72 and 4 5s are 20. So 20 meters per second. Wasn't this easy? So what did we do? That is bigger to smaller. We are going to smaller, so we will have in the numerator the smaller number, that is 5, and the denominator will have 18. So 5 by 18 we multiply. So let's see one more question of converting meters per seconds to kilometers per hour. So while converting meters per seconds to kilometer per hour, it is going from small to big, so we will multiply with 18 by 5. So the question is 45 meters per second. So let's solve it. So we have 45 into 18 divided by 5. So we know that 5 9s are is 45, and 9 into 18 is 162 kilometer per hour. So this is how we convert the units in time, speed and distance. We have only these two units, that is kilometers per hour and meters per second, and now we have learned how to convert kilometer per hour to meters per second and meters per second to kilometer per hour. So I hope this session of the basic concept as well as the unit conversion is clear for everyone. So this was part 1 of general aptitude, in which we learned train problems related to time, speed and distance. So in the second part of the train problem, we will learn the questions on how the train crosses a man, a pole or a tree, and how it passes something which has a length like bridge or pool or a tunnel. So we will meet up in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Reena.